This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Link Up Podcast with you, Mr. King, Kana Woods here in the building.
Hello.
My fellow Homo sapiens, we are back. It's another episode of the Link Up Podcast. You don't know.
Okay.
Somebody got a little energy.
But this
today.
is what?
Well, I had some coffee today.
Some
Look,
spice
he was getting ready to take over.
And on this week's episode of the Link Up Podcast, we have a very special guest in the building. None other than V, or I don't know if we should go whole name, Drinking Tea With Vee. If that's
yes, you gotta get it right because some people want to call it hot juice, some people want to call it all kind of things.
Wait,
that's instead of tea, it's hot. yeah.
Okay.
But that's like
So your name is Drinking Tea With Vee.
Drinking tea with V, and I'm V. Who you drinking tea with?
No hot juice.
So,
I can't call it tea.
I like the hot juice now.
I can't call it tea no more.
No. You see who sent me? Oh my goodness! No.
You bring
Drinking
the
tea
wrong,
with
you
V.
do that to the wrong place, but
like who saw the
tea with
name
V.
Drinking Tea with V and then came up with hot juice? Like there's a backstory to this story.
Honestly,
Yeah, but I could just leave that one right here. I could leave that one right here.
I'm curious
The
about his
backstory is
now.
interesting. Well, actually, the person you had here on the on y'all podcast already, because that was actually, if you want to know where Drinking Tea with V came from, it was actually a radio show on Asylum Radio.
I saw some of that,
You see,
while I was doing
so-
my research and
shout out DJ Spec.
You was doing research and thing.
I had to
Okay.
prepare a little bit for the interview. I mean,
Okay. Why else you don't bug me?
For real.
Why else you don't
Now
bug me?
you're sounding a little creepy though.
No, that's okay. No, I could appreciate somebody who actually doing the homework on like some people who don't have facts. But then I mind my business. I mind my business.
Shots thrown.
I don't know if you're ready for that. I don't know if you want to get into that though. Oh no, it's
Sorry, excuse me.
It's okay. You
Seems
know,
like this is going to be an interesting episode. This is how we started now.
I'm gonna
Can
take
you
that
have a
one.
fire extinguisher?
I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take that one because it's the first time she's been here. You know?
Okay then.
Okay. No, because some people were asking me if I was scared.
Oh yeah, but you see, because sometimes this podcast they get a little bit how you want to call it?
I don't know.
Not
I don't
unprofessional,
know.
but direct. So like some questions you wouldn't expect, or sometimes people be like,
yeah.
"Bye, Sean," or maybe you shouldn't ask that question, or how you ask that question like that. But then to me, it's just me being curious.
But those are the best interviews, right?
But you see, I agree. I
Okay, so
completely
then we
agree.
agree.
See, then we good.
Yeah, we cool. We cool.
You know what we have to invest in, King? A soundboard.
Eventually, though.
Yeah.
Eventually. So
But
could play
I'm proud of everybody because we all hear it and we just continued going. Because
Yeah.
that was a weird friggin' noise there just now.
That's okay.
That sound music, that would have been an interesting thing for a soundboard, just to have that sound random.
Anyway, we're getting a little off topic already. We ain't even 10 minutes, 15 minutes in yet. So, Miss, how the whole you was telling us how the whole concept come across because
where the Drinking Tea with
you had it on with Asylum.
Yes, exactly. That's where Drinking Tea with V came from. It's basically a Sunday slumber party with a business/entrepreneurial flair. That's what the show is all about. And it could take you from the boardroom to the bedroom, everything in between. So it's kind of I keep it fun. I like it interesting.
So when you mean from the boardroom to the bedroom, you legitimately mean the bedroom, or you mean like different aspects? Or because you say sleepover, so I would assume that you're more talking like female-ish
anything.
type topics.
Anything. I'm into business. I'm into anything female. I am a female, so
Really?
you wouldn't know, right? You wouldn't know. But the thing is, I have a secret. I was born. No.
I mean, hey, if you want to use a link up to be a coming out party, I mean, hey,
Feel free.
You know what
Do you
segment?
think
You know
it
what
might be
segment we should have eventually? Like a confession segment, like when you would go to the pastor and confess.
No.
Just come and confess.
No,
like,
no.
confess
This is
on the
my
link up.
confession.
I don't know. I don't find that a good idea.
But just
Confess
call,
on
like just a
air.
caller, like, hey caller, what you confessing for?
No,
yeah, like,
I really don't find that a
it would
good
be
idea.
rough if someone call and say, yo, I shoot like 4 guys.
dude, cancel everything, delete footage, everything. Everybody just go home. We wasn't here today.
And that's why it's good.
Y'all prepared to be a part of any kind of lawsuit or anything, any legal issues. You know, I mean, you open in the doors.
What kind
right?
of stuff you plan to like? You make
No, but he talking about who killed who.
Yeah.
So then
she kinda got a
technically,
point.
Yeah.
That's why we don't record live. So we could cut
Power of editing.
Exactly.
you'd be like, okay, this could be incriminating, so what we ain't gonna do.
But actually, that's pretty true, because I've been catching myself the past couple of weeks. I'm like, but maybe I might have to watch what I'd be saying sometimes, because on the off chance, we're doing this. I mean, while this may be like a hobby, something for us now, we might get big sooner or later, hopefully, and then
Steadily growing.
What might
you
come
have
back to haunt me.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
why-
to prepare. Because when people be pulling up tweets from I don't know how long ago
That's what
with the
they're
issue
talking
with
about.
Kevin Hart, why he
Twitter.
couldn't end up
Yeah.
exactly. So
That's why sometimes
Just
I just
be
stutter
aware.
when I talk, because I think.
That's,
I think before I say
That's-
it, because once I say it, I can't re-say it. You understand?
that's
no,
a good
but
way
the
to put
point is everybody grows, everybody evolves, and so I don't think you should hold everything against somebody.
I'm reminded of that every time Facebook shows me. Every time
Remember
Facebook
what you
shows
said
me.
Every
like
time.
2 years ago?
I'm like, who is this person? They don't even sound like me. I don't know.
But for me, it's almost the opposite. I upset like the type of like mentality I have straight away from. Because if I look at my Facebook memories, like, wow, I was really talking some shit back then, but
No, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know, but
There's
I
growth.
find it was more back then. For me, I find it was like it went opposite. Like I started being a little bit more reserved. If that,
But that's the same thing I say
That's
in
what
Ghana.
he said.
So then you're still looking back and being like,
yeah, but you saying it as in, but you saying it as in
But
growth,
he's
as in a
saying
good
missing
something.
that
Yeah,
person. That's
I
what
miss
he's
the
saying.
asshole I used to be.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's what
okay,
I'm
so
saying.
wait, guys, we need to focus here on the fact that he called himself that, right?
Oh, asshole?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm one of the nicest assholes you'll ever meet.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as self knowledge is really good.
Hey, acceptance is the first step.
Exactly.
But-
Exactly.
Guys, don't forget the plugs.
No, but that done out the window a long time. Don't even think of that. Yeah, from time I see King introduce Miss V, I was like, all right, cool, we know another move for now. But
What's coming in the end of the podcast?
Yeah.
For those that
I ain't have much
really want to.
Can I ain't have no plug? My only plug is go listen to my
I
music.
mean, I have some plugs, but I ain't important.
Come on.
once you know, once you know, I just glad you finally accepted.
This episode is about the young lady that we got here.
It's about everybody. It's about
Exactly.
everybody.
Now,
No, but
today's
we-
your time to shine.
Yeah. You know, we putting you on the spotlight.
Get them back to the story.
So
Yeah. Getting back
how
to the story.
how it started? Like, why you choose to just go on YouTube and start talking to people about different things?
Well, I didn't choose YouTube to start
Well,
talking
okay,
to people.
well, talking to people. Well, how you choose to start in
But
general?
that, like I say, evolution. It started way back when. Back in the days when the only time we have, around that time there, I always used to be doing a whole lot of stuff for youth. So did a lot of charity work, youth leader for like Forever and Ever, Amen.
Okay.
So that's where that came from, liking to talk to people about growth, about personal development, and that kind of stuff. So that's where it originally came from.
But then, like, you went to radio first, or like how? Because you say DrinkingTeaWV was on Asylum.
Yeah, exactly. But before, okay, let's track back a little bit. So
Okay.
I'm gonna make a statement, then I'm gonna prove it after. So I'm one of the most fabulous nerds you're gonna ever come about, by the way, because if you know me, like back then, growing up, being around guys, I mean, I have brothers. I'm the only girl. And so, growing up playing with Legos, blah, 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 blah. Love biology, love science, all that good stuff. And then, like a couple of years ago, 2016, after, being a female, you get into like, the beauty stuff. Work for one of the really coolest brands on planet Earth. Where that's concerned, happened to be with hair.
Okay.
And then from that, you go into like, oh yeah, hair, super leg, blah, 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 blah. You have the whole natural hair movement.
I don't mean to stop you, but I'm just curious. What brand
Yeah.
is that?
Do I really want to talk about them?
You said it's the coolest brand.
It's one
in
of the
world,
coolest,
so I
yeah.
assume you
It's
would be happy to talk
L'Oreal.
about it.
Yeah. I worked for L'Oreal for a while.
Okay,
And
okay.
so that was really cool. That was really cool. I did like fashion week and stuff with them as well, working with the professional hair care brand. So that was really cool.
Remember, that was L'Oreal up here in Holland? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the Netherlands.
How long that was for?
That was for about a year. And I actually did my thesis study with and for them. And then I continued after
How
that.
you get that internship? Or like, how you get that?
I just thought like, okay, where would I like to work? What do I find cool? And then I hit them up and I got invited for an interview. I was like, and then
Good shit.
yeah, and then
and then small company, you know.
No,
Indeed.
that's cool stuff.
But what did you study though? Just curious.
What did I study? Well, coming back to the Fabulous Nerd, I studied science and business management with, okay, that was my master, but then my bachelor was biology.
Okay.
And what was your master?
Science and business management is a double master.
Oh,
It's specifically for science students that want to go with more of the commercial route. And then, so I did breast cancer research. So, yes, I have been in the lab, the whole white coat thing, the whole pipetting, all that. Yeah, super cool. Then I went over into the business management aspects of it and then focused on marketing.
Okay. So what do you see yourself doing like now then? Or like what would be your dream, your ideal job?
My ideal job?
Yeah.
Working for myself, talking to people about self-development.
So nothing with science.
So drinking tea with Vee.
Science, there is an aspect of science as well because I've always been passionate about, well, I grew up in a household where my mom studied to be a dietitian. So healthy eating and healthy living is just a staple in our house.
Okay.
That's just a fact. I mean, when we went to Mickey D's, that was like a big thing. That was a big deal. It was like, oh my gosh, are we actually allowed to? So yeah. So that's how that aspect is and always will be a part of it.
So fast food wasn't a normal something in our house then?
No. We hardly even used to fry stuff. Most of the stuff was baked or stewed or...
Good stuff. I mean, I live in that life now.
But
Well, I can't say I'm living your life, but I don't want to also get hate from some people with chicken throwing on there.
So are you a vegan? Or
I'm not. I can't call myself a vegan because I'm not vegan. I'm an omnivore, but mostly plant-based.
True.
Yeah.
okay, because I was watching, that's actually one of the questions I was going to ask as well, because I was watching videos, you was like, yeah, you're really into the whole...
Natural stuff.
Yeah, natural products, sustainable type things. So I was wondering
Yep.
if you were vegan as well.
No, I'm not vegan. I'm not vegan because I love cheese and I love cheesecake.
Cheese is good. Cheese is good stuff.
Cheesecake is like my heart, my soul, my everything. I don't do much sweet stuff, but that is just
Foul is
one of
life.
my
According to Mr. Harrigan, foul is life.
flawless life. Well, actually, I thought, to be honest, if you asked me like 5 years ago, like, would you ever be able to give up meat? I was like, oh, hell no. Like, no. And now I'm like,
A lot of vegans, I hear a lot of vegans say that they was like that in the beginning, but now like
Yeah,
you can't even
now it's
think
like
about
if
Yes.
it.
someone wants to
You have
become
to.
vegan, like it's super easy. Like even like 3 years ago, or 2 to 3 years ago when I
I saw
started.
something about McDonald's
was-
opening, having vegan options.
Yeah,
they have
Burger
salads for
King
crying
has
out
now-
loud.
Like what?
They have salads for crying out loud.
Yeah, but me and besides that, they have like some vegan
Yeah, but I mean,
burgers.
Wow.
that hit somebody's sweet spot there.
Burger King has like, or they're launching a vegan Whopper. McDonald's has vegan nuggets. They're going to have.
Yeah,
they already
the
have a
nuggets
vegan.
and that. You yourself had that t-shirt,
Yeah.
the vegan nuggets
So
thing.
like
yeah.
now it's like it's
What
kind
you
of
feel?
sad that it's so easy now because now people when they go vegan they're still not going to be healthy, which is like a double-edged sword.
True.
But
They going vegan
True.
and eating Oreos all day.
yeah.
Yeah, anyway, that's
But that's the thing, right? If you go vegan, that doesn't mean to say it equalizes being healthy. So
Yep.
you have vegan junk food people.
Same thing with the gym. Just because you go to gym all the time don't mean you're actually healthy.
No.
That reminds me of
It's a
this
balance.
weird article I saw like yesterday involving this chick who she only drinks cola. She eats those pink
feel
cookies. I
like-
forget the name
That's
of
not
it.
diabetes really to
But
happen.
No.
apparently she has a dietary AIDS storeness, they call it ARFID, where she has like a super selective eating thing, and she can only eat like 5 things, and that's all she eats. And to me, it, like, I don't want to sound insensitive, but to me, it sounded like nonsense. Because supposedly she's allergic, but I'm like, how can you drink? It's like only unhealthy things she can eat. And I'm like, if you're supposed to be allergic, 'cause that's what she says.
No, that's a cover-up.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Sorry.
Let's look at the definition
It was
of what ARFID is.
Rowena something.
My
ARFID
cousin
isn't-
claimed that she can't drink water because like the pH in water. All sisters do is drink soda all day long.
Because
But
the
she
pH in soda is what?
that's what I was
Sorry.
saying.
If we want to get scientific here right now, it's
The
something.
doctor tell her that, and I
Well,
was like, "But how you drinking soda?"
Which-
What is ARFID?
What did the doctor tell her? I'm curious to find out
I
now.
feel like nonsense.
What a doctor tell her? Nonsense.
No, because I actually had a doctor tell me to like, oh yeah, oh your blood pressure is low. Oh, just drink soda. I was like, dude, this is not a sustainable option for me. I come talking to you because I figure you'd have a better answer than
Yeah, I remember
the
in one of
biggest
your
problem
videos
is?
you mentioned
But
something
if your
about
blood
iron
pressure
deficiency
was
and
low,
stuff
why
like
he
that.
Yeah, I have to really.
incorporate more sodium in your diet.
Sorry?
Because a lot
Why
of-
he tell you soda and not sodium?
No, because what the soda would do, what Coke would do is then because of all the sugar and stuff in it, it would just spike your blood pressure,
But
basically.
There's one thing.
So it's just for the moment. If I'm feeling like lightheaded and be like woohoo, like all loopy, like what had happened to me back then he was like, oh yeah, just drink that, you'll be fine. I'm
There's
like,
one thing you need to realize from doctors. Doctors are not dietitians. They did not study what you should consume.
Try again, Woods.
They did not study what you should consume. Holy.
they did not study what you should
Yeah,
consume.
that's-
That's what he said.
So when doctors give you advice, it's just what they heard. It's like, oh yeah, that's something that they heard that you should do. Other people told them, and because when you go into practice,
Yes and no, because what I felt like was happening at that point in time, I mean, like, I already look like so much younger than I actually am. So he was like, why am I going to give this girl at that point in time actual advice that could help? Because are you actually going to do it, yes or no? I feel like that was the whole thought behind it, because after I got talking to him, I was like, dude, seriously, I think you could be sued for giving me advice like this.
If it's the States by you'd have done it rolling in money.
I'd have been rolling in money. Like, seriously, I was like, I come in here to you now to tell you, like, dude, you should give me better advice than this. You're a doctor, come on.
But I don't fully agree with what you're saying, because, like, in essence, like, some of the stuff that they tell you obviously have, like, scientific like evidence behind of it or something. Like, let's say you're
drinking soda to specifically
not
spike my blood pressure at the point in time, not helping the situation. Probably gonna give me more stuff added to
I
it.
didn't mean like that. I mean, what was just saying, like, they just throw stuff. But, like, let's say something like blood pressure. Obviously, if you have biology, you know about, like, osmosis of water. So, you know, like, more upcolossal stuff in the cell. And then
King, I try as well.
No, but this. Sorry. No, but this is an iron thing. So it's not only about salt, because if I go off, we're gonna have a little scientific moment here. I mean, bear with us. But anyway, so if it's not only about salt, but it's also about having enough iron in your blood to get everything around. So that is more my issue. So why you can just randomly tell me like, oh, drink soda, like if that gonna help?
Because doctors
Instead of telling me like, you need to pay attention to that, blah 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 blah. So then consume more green leafy vegetables, blah 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 blah. And then after he came with, you might want to consider dried apricots because that's a condensed version of also more iron, and it's also something sweet, and it's also going to help at the point in time directly. Why not go there to start with? Sad story. But anyway, that's my issue with the whole medical system. So we could continue talking about this like forever and ever and ever. Amen.
But at the end of the day, I honestly believe it's all the system, because they're just trying to prescribe you bigger drugs and more things to take and all that kind of crap.
It's
just
not to cure.
Yeah,
Basically.
it's just to continuously have you come back to the office. But hey, this ain't working. So hey, let me try this one. Try this one.
The only reason when I went vegan was due to my doctor, but my doctor is a dietitian, so he did both.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, I've had asthma for like my whole life. And it took 2 years ago, I finally got rid of my asthma.
Oh, you actually got rid of it? That's awesome.
Yeah. But so you never had
Due
a
to
thing
going
up
vegan.
again.
I haven't used my, since I went vegan, I have not used my inhaler.
Okay. That's awesome.
You had find anything on the RFID? I don't know if he was looking for it.
I mean, I had it, but then I was like,
We just breeze files up.
is it still relevant for me to go and talk about RFID at this point?
But coming back to the point you asked me if I would do anything with my science background, my issue is basically a principle thing. Because of the knowledge that I have, I mean, I could work for I could have been working for a pharmaceutical company and making like big money, but it's a principle thing for me. I haven't worked for one because I haven't found one that I would be like, you know what, I could be working here and actually be like, okay, I cool with this. You know what I mean? Say
comfortably at night.
Yeah, I need to sleep at night.
Corrupt.
Exactly, because I don't believe in the whole, we can just prescribe you this and that and that and that to solve this symptom. But trust me, by the end of the
You have 15 more.
you have 15 more issues.
And you end up on some other prescription to deal with the side effects of that one. Then it's
Exactly.
just a perpetual
You
cycle of...
Like when you listen to those American commercials, you just hear like, yes, the side effect.
The last part is most, like half the commercial. Just listing out all the different side effects of.
And then you still seeing somebody running across like this green field, like diarrhea may cause death, may cause depression, may cause.
It's like the opposite. Like they're trying to offset all the negative with like a happy family just playing in the yard, and you're like, offsets. You know,
I know, but weird. saying all of that, I still do believe in medicine. I think.
So you're not fully on board with Mr. Sabi yet?
Of course I am. Of course I am. If you could go that road, why not go that road to begin with?
I only asked that because, like, I'm like you're aware. I mean, while I was doing research, saw you mention Dr. Sabi and the whole thing about there only being one disease, that being mucus.
Well, actually, I said that. I just quoted what he said in that interview, but it's actually inflammation. Yeah, it's inflammation.
That was my problem. with my asthma was inflammation.
It's inflammation, and everybody. They say basically everything starts in the gut. That's like your second brain. So that's why I was like, I wonder if I could get rid of my allergies. That would be awesome. So
that would be.
Yeah. Because like my quality of life in the summer up here is just interesting, to say the least.
At least yours is in the summer, mine is all year round, period.
Wait, no. I have all year round, and then in the summer it just worse.
Yeah, that's more or less me too.
I just have it in the beginning of the summer and then it's gone.
No, but I have like high stove. So like just
hay fever.
No. High stuff.
Yes, you're right. True.
That's Hooikoorts. But high stuff is like any dust mites. So that could be like in your home or anything that's just
dusty.
Basically.
I'm glad.
And then so then. Listen, jump for joy. Jump for joy. Enjoy it. Like
I wish I could get a whole new nose. It's really.
I grew up in a house with two people who both had like my mother and my brother, they both had it terrible. So anything that had to do with like dust in the house, they would want me to do it. That was the sad negative because they would be sneezing for like the whole day.
For me, it was the opposite. Me cleaning the house never happened, especially with asthma. That's like a death sentence.
Yeah, I didn't clean the house.
So basically, guess what? So what are you doing right now where that's concerned, though?
No, I clean. Yeah, I clean.
Because you like that's it. No, sorry, people. This should fall under my insurance. I should get a cleaner. I should.
I mean, like,
you can imagine that.
That would be amazing.
Hey, I would pay
€20 extra a week. Someone to clean my room.
I mean, it's that big.
I feel like personally, I should get a massage every month. And it should fall under my insurance because that's good for my health and well-being. I mean,
okay, so that's how you feel.
Okay. That's how I feel.
True.
That's how I feel.
I want to do a facial soon.
It's awesome.
I mean, technically, there's nothing wrong with that. You should be taking care of your skin and your body and all that kind of stuff as well, even as a fellow. But
we should pamper ourselves.
I mean, hey,
fellas.
there's this stigma as if a fellow go get a manicure or a pedicure, then he's a little
I
bit
find
slanted.
we should go as a unit.
I did it once.
No,
to a
how
salon.
about you?
Y'all should go as the link up.
and record
Just go
that
together and be
put
like,
it on YouTube.
I find you should not be putting this in the energy in the air like that. I feel
Come on, listen.
no.
The first time
Well,
I
at
had
least
a,
get
What's
a
the
manicure,
problem?
the three of
The
us,
first
just look
time
at
I
the
had a
toes and
pedicure.
So
see
why?
it.
I
So
had a
why I
pedicure
need to
once.
be there with all you? Why I can't go by yourself?
No, you
Why
just-
are you doing this as a group thing?
No, because this is a
It's
group
content
Call me
research.
on FaceTime and I go see
It's
it. Okay,
content
that's
that
me.
link up.
That's me being
Exactly.
We bonding as a unit.
I pounded on you every week on this shit.
With all of the toxic masculinity stuff going around, this would be popular. Sure, the guys would be like, listen, we as the
Toxic
fellas could,
masculinity.
yes, we as the guys from the link up, we could go, hang out, chill out at one of the salons,
we're not
get we
saying
feet
don't
done.
do it. I just saying why I have to be there with all you. Why are you grouping me into it? That's
Because
just my
the
question.
link up
But why you have a problem with it
is
to
not
begin
just-
with?
Are we saying your
Mike-
toes and hands look funny, Kana? We trying to make sure they have nice toes and hands.
You can just say that straight up. I mean, I still ain't gonna really help the game.
Well, the manicure, pedicure, it might help. Right, we gotta start somewhere.
You see, I didn't
I
give
was
no low
trying-
blow here.
I was trying to keep
Let's
it low-key.
do this.
You start after the podcast, George.
I
I
just
did that.
curious
I
of
did
why are you involved me? Like why I have to be there?
Because
So if we excluded you, it would have been a problem.
No, it's been fine. All you go do, all you take.
No,
what's
so
in
now
part?
you obliged to go. You don't have a choice. I can set it up for y'all.
you know what be wrong?
All
If
right.
you like to this man telling you we're going to a barbecue. And this man
Oh, so
called-
like I ain't gonna see the fucking dance salon. I ain't gonna see the side of big and broad. No barbecue pits around.
You done there already. You done
I'm like,
there
oh
already.
shit, they got me. Like, really?
I mean, if we taking the Uber, you're gonna see the place when we there. That's too late, right?
No. I tell you, one is you're gonna find a thing of chicken on your bed now. Keep walking around.
Kana, I hear
my
you saying
goodness.
this, but what exactly is the thought behind this trip? Like, you get the chicken and then what?
Because
What's the whole scenario?
he gonna
here?
have to do extra cleaning or get whole new sheets. They gonna cost him time and money.
Oh, okay.
But you see,
He
I could have
wants-
been really
I could
fucked
just
up.
wash
I
my
thought he was
sheets, but
going to
okay.
force feed him meat or something. Like,
That's
too sure.
yeah, that's going a little too far.
That's
Hey, but then you need to get grass-fed meat, eh?
I would
Oh no, but
probably-
in the grass-fed chicken, no, that
No,
can't
we
be
see,
that.
but then that's
would
like
get
corn-fed
going,
chicken.
that's bad and good at the same time. If we're going bad, might as well go all together. He can get like the most GMO type chicken, like
Okay.
he gets that straight from the States. He didn't even get the Dutch chicken. He gets an American chicken.
You have it imported. So you want to kill everybody in the process. You're like, we're going to produce more green gas to, send a whole shipping, and then we'll kindly deliver it to. What's
Fun
hers?
fact: where do you think the worst chicken comes from?
I don't know.
States, I don't know. I would assume.
Yeah, I'd have no idea.
Brazil,
Why you said that? How do you know this?
because I
want to find out too. 'cause-
I've forced myself to watch a lot of meat production. Let's call it that.
But what makes theirs worse?
In terms of
Unsanitary
the
facilities or-
like there's certain regulations you have to hit, and certain companies do in Brazil, and those are the companies that get to sell outside of the country. But the ones that stays in Brazil, dog, the cheap ones, the really really super unregulated ones.
So you make sure look at like the worst of the worst of the worst to
Yeah,
make sure that
yeah.
you never go back again.
No, it was more like why is it like? I was just curious in the sense of because I was very oblivious to what was actually going on, and then I went and looked, and I was like, "Yo, this is bad." And then once it's like a switch. Once it's on, it's like
You
you're
can't
gonna
take it back
stop-
off again.
Yeah, you're gonna stop watching it. So I just kept.
Thank God my switch goes both ways
deeper and
because-
deeper, and then I landed to Brazil, and
shit
then
on
I
and
said,
off.
"Stop."
Well, technically, what's the sad part? What's the sad part? I am all about health and everything, but sometimes, like KFC and some chicken nuggets, you just need to have them.
Sometimes.
KFC making vegan
sometimes.
chicken.
KFC, I can't do
Sometimes.
I actually like.
No, but the thing is, you know what happened with KFC with me? In my mind, it's awesome. I just need some. In my mind, in my mind, it's awesome. Like when I need that salt kick. And I be like, boy, some KFC would go down good, that would bang. And then after I go there, and then after I eat it, and be like, yeah, no.
Like the last time I ordered hot wings from KFC, I was like,
Yo,
okay,
that's
this
nice
is
shit.
officially the last time I eaten anything from KFC. That was just like,
You haven't. Wait. I feel like a traumatic story coming on here.
it wasn't nothing too traumatic. It was just like, yo, it's just super clear that these people don't even clean this chicken before they throw it.
Oh, you
in
just see all the
whatever.
hairs and things.
Like,
Yeah.
and I was just like, you know what? I'm cool. If I'm gonna make hot wings, I'm gonna do this shit at home. Where I can clean it the way that I want to. If I'm
Was
eating
it-
chicken,
That's
Was it
that's
here?
and
in
just
the
the amount
Netherlands?
of greasy.
never
Yeah,
had
this
that.
was uphill.
Hey,
I
but
never had
technically,
that,
you know the
thank
amount
God.
of properly like cats and roaches and stuff eat with the Chinese food back home. I mean, I just
Yeah,
say,
y'all know that, but I mean,
He would
to
rather
me, it didn't-
the cats and roaches instead of
You don't
having
see that
fur
shit.
on his.
basically that's what it come down to.
funny enough, we had a
You
conversation.
don't see that shit.
We had this conversation
It's in the
last
back,
night.
whatever going on in the back in the
Actually,
kitchen that's
once
closed off.
I did
and
see
then-
It's
that.
bliss. I agree with you.
I see this weird looking thing, and I was like, "Why is
I bet
this?"
it was extra
When you
crunchy.
Chinese food, or-
I bet it was extra
in
crunchy.
Chinese food. In Chinese food,
was
like
deep fried?
it was horrible. After I was like, and after you
But
see
that's
like
another thing I need
one
to know
part
how to
of
do,
the
though.
body connected to it, still I was like, oh, this is a roach leg. Okay, so guess what we not gonna do? Guess what we not gonna do?
I have
no,
a similar story.
No.
In Aruba, Dakota Pacifico. I'm dropping the name of the place so that if Arubians listen to it, don't eat there.
Dakota Pacifico.
Yes. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So obviously, this
This was-
episode
this
is
was-
not
yeah.
sponsored by whatever.
So you know, to those Rubianos, like, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go
this was a
there.
long time ago. I was like, what? Like 12 or 11?
It doesn't
And I
matter.
went there to get some beef cut small. It was CLT meat at the time, obviously.
Pre-vegan.
And
Pre-vegan.
I went there to order my food and thing. And all of a sudden, I just heard like in the back, dog.
Wow. No, you serious?
Yeah. And
I
it
don't
was
know.
this cat that was
Wait.
all-
No, you're trying to figure out what it was. I was like, okay, it might be a dog.
No,
it might be a chicken.
It
It
was a
might be
cat
a.
screaming.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know what the sound now.
I can't imitate. Like usually, you could imitate a cat when you like step on the tail or something, right?
How would I was again?
That song.
No.
That song.
No, I
was
want to hear it. I want to hear it again. Let me
With
see if
that-
I hear
no,
the
that
cat in
sound
there.
was-
I was like, dog. I went dog or chicken. But let's hear it again.
That one had more syllables.
I did my best on the second one. But
Oh
like when I heard that sound, like the Chinese man looked at me. I looked back at the Chinese man. Sorry, probably that's racist to say, but I looked at him. He looked at me,
But he was at a Chinese restaurant, so
and
that's
he
okay.
he legit understood why I just walked away. He didn't say anything. I ordered my food. The song came. I had the money in my hand. Yo, I just put the money back, and I walk outside. Yo, man ain't tell me nothing.
Now that you say that, I had something specifically like that too. But the partner in the kitchen in my story, he more looked at me like, yeah, so. No, legit.
So like, you gonna eat this or what?
No, legit.
You gonna eat this or
I
what?
was saying it was in Vietnam. Me and a partner
If
of
you,
mine
oh no, they have no chill.
Yo, but wait
They have
now.
zero chill.
So man was like, yeah, but they got this American type place. You want to take you to like 24 hours. You know, we can go there, eat late and thing. All right, cool, no problem. He bring me and thing. He's
You're crying till it-
we gonna sit
Laughing
upstairs.
to the cried even.
Cool, no problem. Go upstairs, no problem. To go upstairs now, you have to go to the back of the restaurant towards the kitchen. We walk in there now, cool, no problem. You see the chef with a fucking knife in one hand. It would look like the assistant on the other side with another knife as well, and then on the floor you just see a mouse running. Just all over the place. All of us see this.
So they were going to have some fresh catch then.
But wait, no. But all of us see it was like a group of 4 of us. All of us see this. I being the new one, the non-Vietnamese one. All of them watching me. I watch
No.
them like, so we still doing this? And they were just like, and they continue walking. So like, okay, so all of us dying today. All right, that's what we do it. Cool. Best believe I didn't eat that day.
Listen, I
They
guess
had
once
food. They
once
had
it-
fried rice. They had this. They had that. Sean had juice. I had juice.
Juice, and not even with ice. Because the ice were rough.
Yo, I need about open that shit in front of me. Okay, from the box.
Listen. It don't look like I love food, but I love food. So I can say I would not try different things. But I want it to be presented to me like, okay, this is what you're gonna have. I don't want it to be no incognito, nothing.
No, I ain't
Like,
gonna lie.
this is chicken. It looks like a chicken.
Exactly.
I trust it.
I probably eat cat and dog already, but that's besides the
I
point.
can't do that. You see, I a picky eater. You can't. If you want me to try new shit, you can't tell me what I eat it. Okay, if you have to tell me, yo, Sean, this is cat, I'm like, oh fuck you. You have to be like, yo, taste it. That's how my boss catch me in Vietnam.
Okay.
The man was like, yo, try this. I watched it. I was like, yo, that don't look like nothing I ever see in my life. My sister and brother, they like to watch them cooking shows. I never even see that on TV. He was like, Sean, taste this. What's that? Sean, taste this. What's that? Sean, taste this. Nope. But again, I ain't like, bye. This is my first week in the people in country.
You have to be polite. You have to try it.
Thing. I eat it.
What's the craziest thing you ever eat?
Silkworm, which is the story here.
Okay, continue.
Damn silkworm.
I didn't even know they used to eat them.
That thing is
they gotta let them make silk.
Yeah.
Bitter as hell.
Yeah.
Nah, never again. Never again. Every
You never
time.
had no grasshoppers and
So he gave you that for
Fun fact. Good
They
thing.
crunchy.
covered grasshoppers and
No. Mine was just dry fried.
No, but you see, it's a good thing.
So
It's
you in this too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I technically you're not allowed. Well, I can't do it because I allergic to shellfish, and when you
Oh, they're basically like shell, but then not
Yeah.
fish, but then of the land.
so what it is, the crickets and
Exoskeleton.
grasshoppers and all that
Yeah.
kind of thing, they kind of got the same genetical makeup as shellfish. So I was dead. So see, there's a reason I picky. I didn't know this.
No, but you never know if it's maybe the salt in the sea that making you dead, but
You know the thing is, like...
so maybe if it's from the land,
right?
then you'll be fine.
I'm dead. I ain't trying it.
Does
Nope.
a grasshopper and a shellfish taste the same? I honestly
No,
don't know.
I wouldn't know. I can't tell you. I was dead.
No,
No, but I mean, yeah, true.
no, it has
I really
it
can't
has
tell
an
you.
acquired taste. It has an acquired taste. I don't know. I can't compare it to anything else that I've eaten, but no.
Is that the weirdest thing you ever ate?
Yeah, what's the weirdest thing you ever had? I was gonna phrase that so wrong.
Can you say
What's the-
What's the worst thing you ever
Yeah.
had?
What's the worst? What's worse?
The cricket?
What's the weirdest?
Strangest,
Yeah,
most
strangest.
abnormal, I guess, out of the ordinary.
Yeah, also.
I mean, people would consider the cricket to be like out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So
I
it's basically
certainly
like
would.
one of those. You could here they have like in the summer they have a whole bunch of these food things, and then you could try like a whole bunch of weird stuff. That's awesome. You should go.
Yeah, you see, again, I have picky eater. I got a sensitive stomach. My stomach will be like a
Your
little
stomach
bit
ain't
sometimes.
sensitive. Is your mind is sensitive?
Well, something sensitive and it ain't. Either way, it don't work out. It don't work
Come
out with me.
on.
I kind of ain't even blame you. 'cause
It
I'm
don't
no
work
different.
out. It don't work out with me. It
Have you ever
really
Have you
don't.
ever
Killed your
eaten like
food?
kangaroo?
Killed?
Killed your food?
Kill my. Nah.
Yes, I did.
No.
Right. I mean, like, catch fish. Does that count?
I mean, that's like you killing your food.
Yeah.
That's catching it. I ain't killing it. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
like
had,
kill
like,
it and
fresh
scale it
chicken.
and clean it. None of that. No, I ain't do that.
I've
I
had
just
fresh
catch it.
chicken, goat, but then
Self-prepared? Self-prepared or like family members?
Like you went, kill it, got it.
they actually wanted me to do it, but I couldn't do it. And then I was like, no, because these my homies. Like, if you could get those homies over there, they cool. But then I knew them, I raised them. So I was like, no.
Because you had a bond with these animals.
Yes, yes.
If it was strange animals that was beefing.
I wouldn't, like,
That's fucked up, but just these. Wow.
I being honest here. I being honest. I had a bond with them, so it was like, no. And then after I actually tried to listen, the point is like when you had this baby goat that was stranded in the bushes, and then after you basically rear the thing to like it's big, you would come home, talk to it, play with it, they would walk you. It was basically like my dog. It was basically like my dog. And after you want to kill it, and I was like, okay, what we having today? No, I didn't.
Okay,
I
just
didn't. No,
just maybe you let the other people kill it. You still eat it.
no, I was pissed.
Bye.
I was pissed. I was, no.
In Suriname, they made me kill a chicken. When I was 13 years old.
They
I never
made
went
you
that
do
far.
it?
Yeah.
Well, they try and make me do it. I ain't do it.
I
So how
did
they
it.
make you
Okay,
do it?
so here's the thing. So I went to Suriname with like 4 of my cousins, and my family in Suriname has a big ranch, and like everything they cook is what they have on the ranch.
I didn't even know you had family in Suriname till now, but continue.
You see?
Wow.
It takes
a year
it takes
later. Holy shit.
I know Aruban people. I didn't know you had family in Suriname.
No, like the only thing in Aruba that's me is that I was there. Nobody in my family is Arubian.
Yeah,
We
but then
immigrants.
again, what is it like a Enigma? So he's normal, you know.
So
But you actually saw more Aruban than. Anyway, continue.
anyway, yeah. So my cousin's aunt told me I have to kill the chicken so that we can eat. If I don't kill the chicken,
ain't nobody eating.
Nobody eating.
So
Then
she
you
The
gonna-
thing is, like
I'd be like, well,
everybody,
guess who going on a diet this year?
everybody.
Fuck, I see it.
I think it was
It's like all of y'all ain't eating
it was
today.
like 9 to
All of
11
y'all.
people was like legit
Pressure you
waiting
to
on
kill the
me
chicken?
to kill the chicken.
So
we
what
do
these
it as a
9/11
family.
people was doing though. I'm like, why did you have to kill the chicken though? What were these people doing?
man.
That
Because-
probably was more
because
older,
there was
more
like,
experience, I assume.
If man does not labor, man shall not eat. That's what they was trying to
It's a task
teach him.
that I was given to do. I had to
Yeah,
do
I
it.
understand.
I
but
did not eat for 2 days afterwards.
I've probably been the same way.
I killed the chicken, start crying immediately. That
That would
hold
probably
it in
been
my
me too.
hand, like yo, I started trembling. Yo, that shit was legit.
And them things was
No, I
walk around for
understand
like
what you're
a
being.
good while after.
I mean, I sure all of these things play a role into you being vegan today.
Big one. Big
Makes a
one.
lot more sense.
You have PTSD? No? You
From
cool?
that, yeah.
I
From
mean,
that, yeah,
I don't
for
think
sure.
it would have been a difference. Betsy gonna have to die still. I mean, we need these burgers.
I think one time I accidentally, while I was in Aruba, accidentally came across a cockfight. Almost vomit. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
like for
reminded me
data,
of
they have
that-
like this
of that
national
thing.
Yeah,
thing, the
it-
data guy.
It'll be a little bit more brutal, the cockfight. I mean, stuff like that,
Yeah.
that's a different level or something. But I mean,
I don't like it.
Yeah, that was a weird tradition, cultural thing in certain places.
I never
But
understood
they
it.
have it with dogs too.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
no.
just bad in general.
People just like to see
The
other
whole
people, I mean, animals fight for some reason.
But that's
People
like
to
from
see
way
people
back
fight.
when.
I mean, why is World Star a thing?
Yeah.
That's
Why
true.
is boxing a thing?
Exactly. MMA, all of
MMA,
these
that's
fighting
true.
sports and stuff, people like to see people fight.
I mean, hey, I like to see a partner get knocked out here and there too. I mean, I ain't want to say.
Why you guys like to crash cars virtually?
Okay,
It's
that I
some-
don't understand.
You know, we like to crash cars. we like to drive them and do stupid
no, but
things.
she
And then,
kinda got
and
one.
then, and then wait,
But you
why
mean
you,
babies?
why
She
y'all
kinda
find
have
it
a
cool,
point.
the coolest thing on earth to like, oh, there's a grandma on the side of the road, bam.
What?
You talking about GTA? If you talk- if you-
Y'all just weird. Y'all just
What the hell?
if you're talking about
I gotta figure out where to relate this.
At first, I thought you were talking about
all these
babies that
games,
can
all
crash
these
cars into one
games.
another.
all these
I don't know nobody who knock a grandma
Grand Theft Auto and all these kind of things.
in real life.
Oh, in real life, no, we're talking about game.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
talking
hear the
about
game
gaming.
part.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
didn't
hear
know-
that wasn't properly premised in my head.
No, it wasn't.
thought-
No, it was. I had to sugarcoat it a little bit more, and then put some Vaseline, and then
No, I didn't hear the game part period. So I was
Yeah.
like, who the hell knocking down? Who
At
you be
first,
chilling
legit,
with?
at first,
That you
I
projecting this onto us that
I
we
thought you
knocking
were
down
going to
old
like
ladies.
monster trucks or stuff like that. Like that, we like big cars and like
gosh.
crashing them. And
I don't
like,
even
crushing
jack
them.
it
I did preface it by saying games.
I didn't see. I didn't hear
I
that.
missed that one. I
games,
missed that one.
virtually.
Okay, so
I didn't have.
Virtual.
Master editor, when you're editing this, please check if she said games, yes or no.
But either way,
I said
highlighted.
virtually.
She did say
Virtually,
she did say
and then I
virtual.
did
But
mention
the connection
games.
was a little weird. I didn't get intro out the entire room. I know I can't be great.
no, but
The shock factor,
if
the
you're
shock
talking
value.
about in game, then yes, I was one of those.
You see what I
Honestly,
mean?
no.
It's not really.
I'm more than do the mission.
it's
No, you like wait, hold on. No V, no, and then you're like yeah.
But we're not knocking down
knocking
nobody in
down people in
real
real
life.
That's what we saying.
I ain't causing nobody
Okay.
on my bodily harm.
In my defense, I was not that type of gamer in GTA though. I legit did the missions.
Nah, I
I
sure
was
as
one
hell
of
was
those
though.
that actually finished the
He
game.
won't clear his slate right now, people.
Nah, I got
Listen
dirty
carefully.
man. Everybody was getting it. Man, woman, child, black, white, Haitian, Chinese. Everybody was dying.
I mean, to me, that's the purpose of GTA.
This is what.
That is the
I
purpose,
don't
you
think
say.
that's the purpose of GTA.
So now you saying
why
deep
is the
down,
possibility
now you
of to
saying
do
deep
it?
down in your heart, you feel like you should be able to do this, but I'm gonna do it with a real person. No.
No,
No,
I feel
so I
like
could get
this,
as reckless
I feel
as
like
possible.
This game was created for the purpose of bending / breaking all the rules.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So you're
why
like,
not bend
like-
/ break all the rules
Okay,
if
there
you
you
have
go.
given me the opportunity to with no kind of real world
I mean,
repercussions?
what you
So
rather
what would
do
you
it in the game or
what
do
would
it
you
in
do
real life?
in real life if anybody said you wouldn't have any consequences whatsoever.
Well, we could start purging people. I mean, they made the movie. To me, it's not that terrible of idea. I just gonna stay inside my house and make sure barricade. I don't need to kill nobody.
You be like, hey,
I'm gonna watch all the crazy people not doing anything, but I'm gonna stay inside my house and try to stay alive.
I think I would do that the first 2 years, but I think on the third year I'll be like, yo, I sick of this now. We going outside. We doing this. We getting ready. I find people, if we taking the purge as an example, I find people was dying stupid. I would easily kill off a whole lot of people.
I do not want a stupid death. I want a masterful one. Thank you very much.
I want to be alive, thank you very much.
If I have a choice.
I would not risk myself. Like, I wouldn't even trust my dog. If there's no rules.
Wow. So you feel the dog can purge you?
But
Okay.
No. But for real, let me expound on this question a bit. If there's no repercussions for anything, what would be the first thing you would be doing?
What would you do?
I don't know. I
don't know, because I'm a very empathetic guy.
I'd be curious to see
I
how
wouldn't kill someone. I know that for sure. I can't even. I kill a chicken was petrified, still petrified. Killing a human now?
You should see his eyes are opening up right now. I'm just going like twitching like.
I can't.
Because like my first thought went to like robbing somewhere and I'm making myself a millionaire, billionaire type something. I don't know how we're gonna do it yet, but I mean that was the first thing. But I feel like if you have a rule where there's no a world where there's no repercussions, I don't even know if that might be a priority to like money and finances and stuff like that. I don't know what the world would look like in that type of place.
Yeah. Good point.
True.
That's why it's like I don't know.
Yeah. Good point.
True. But technically, you wouldn't even have to go rob somewhere. You could do it technologically.
If I know how to hack, I mean,
you
I still
just
have to
take
learn how to hack and stuff like
without
that.
rules in this day and age, hackers would win.
Yeah.
Hackers would just win.
Yeah.
Hackers would win until a EMP hit them.
Hackers would win, but the
no repercussions.
Think
about that.
But
no repercussions. Think about that.
Yeah, but who's
so I'm gonna go in. Are the same people who working at the military? Oh, I know an uncle who was a military person who got access to this type of technology. Bring it home quick.
Yeah, but you say gotta find the person that's doing all the hacking though. The person all the way in Russia.
No, I don't. If depending on the type of EMP I'm using, if I could shut down electronics worldwide or statewide,
that's a hell of a EMP.
like
that's a hell of an EMP.
That's why I went to the military.
King does it like this. He can make sure he transfer everything to his bank account, then make sure everything is like out of the bank account, and then shut down everything.
I'm gonna fuck everything up, but I'm gonna make sure I understand what's the valuable resource in the world, because money is not going to be the valuable resource in a world. If you shut down
in a world like that,
it's knowledge.
It's gonna be either some form of food or something that you need.
It's going to be commodity.
Knowledge, I don't know about
it's going to be
necessarily. Of course, knowledge, but I mean, I can't sell knowledge. Like,
yes, you can.
Well,
yes, you can.
You can, but I mean, in that world. What was the knowledge you can sell? Okay, this is how you. This is where the food at.
Hey, Harriet Tubman used knowledge to free the slaves, eh? Okay.
Look, yeah, but she didn't sell them. She wouldn't profit off of it.
Okay,
okay, that is a statement right there. She didn't sell them, you know, like
she didn't profit off of it. That's what I mean. She had knowledge, it led to freedom, but it didn't lead to her being rich.
Obviously, in the world without any rules,
she could have.
Especially in 2019,
she could have traded it for commodity after.
Where there's no internet, you can't.
Wait, repeat that in here.
Nobody. Look, if it's a world without rules, nobody would want to go back to the Stone Age. Nobody.
You don't have to go to the Stone Age to just be trading in commodities like food and stuff like that.
We automatically back in the Stone Age.
Yeah, it would feel like the Stone Age.
If you hit the EMP and you take out all technology,
well,
no internet, no Wi-Fi, no Facebook. Like, what do you do?
But see, that's the thing. A world with no rules, the hackers going to rule, but the country people going to survive. Because one day somebody get fucked up and yo, fuck everything, and then what? They just like what was it saying? Once you don't have internet and them kind of ones, what are you going to do? All them hackers and things like that, they gonna be able to know how to cook, build, get food for themselves and all that. They gonna wither away. But wither away.
I'm gonna go find people like Joe Rogan and I'm gonna survive.
Yo, I going by my brother. Fuck everybody else. I going by Tatsuo. We gonna find an island and we gonna survive. Okay.
So what he could do?
My brother is like one of the most environmental type persons, so he all good with the sea and animals.
You know, to survive.
You see what I mean?
He's a survivalist.
He's one with nature.
He's my Steve Irwin. Steve, what am I name?
Irwin.
Steve Irwin, yeah.
Okay.
That my personal
crocodile. You think your brother would mind if I give him the nickname the Shark Guy?
No, but I mean, technically, he's a shark guy. I mean, he was being threatened over sharks. So I mean,
and speaking of that, I saw that there was another one in another video he posted about Antigua, how they was killing. I don't know if it was a tiger shark as well again, but a pregnant shark that had like 12 or 15 pups or something that they killed.
Come on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's sad.
So again, I don't know why we would do a world without rules. No.
Well,
I mean, what you would do? But
I
these
trying
fellas
to
don't
think.
know what they would do.
I'm gonna go hide. I'm gonna get
I just
guns
wanna be
and
safe.
shit, and I'm gonna hide.
Listen.
I'm gonna live in a hill
If
and
I could get a good supply of food, and I'ma just watch out. You're like, okay,
yeah.
Get me a penthouse, get me food, and I
don't know. Honestly, I don't know where I would stand because either I on both sides because either I would be like real conservative, like yo, fuck everybody else. I'm gonna just like stick to myself and
No, I still want some people around me though.
Or I go
need
be
to
like,
have
yo,
fun.
let me do this. I go be in the front line, shooting everybody, doing all the craziness. So there's no in between with me. It's either gonna be one or the other.
Honestly, I know what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna join the vegans, dog. You think we scary now? A world without rules, dog.
What are you dying for?
A world without rules, vegans. Dog, we terrorizing all your supply chains first. We releasing all the animals, dog.
And we're like, listen, animals, y'all could go.
Don't get it, Moses.
Oh my goodness.
The army has nothing on my cows, dog. Stomping everything.
Moses.
Nah, but I think it might sound a little tense, but murder would be one of the first things I would probably go through my head if I were without rules.
No, I don't have
Maybe not murder. Maybe not murder.
need.
That's like really extreme.
Why are you retracting now? Why are you reneging?
Because it's violence. Because murder is a little bit extreme. 'Cause I wouldn't mind going around and slapping somebody. like
Piss me off. I can't get on. Let me just slap you.
It don't even have to be you pissing me off. I could wake up upset like, yo, you watch me for blow, and they keep on walking.
Why you wearing
Oh wow.
What do you think is gonna happen in this world with no repercussions, Kana? Like you can dance.
Ain't gonna be mad.
You gonna slap somebody.
He's gonna be number one. He gonna be number one to
Like I say,
because the way how he rolling already, I'll be like,
it's two extremes with me.
Honestly,
Either nobody gonna see me and I go survive.
I am love and light.
Or I gonna be on the front line and probably be the first one to get shot. There's no in
In all
between.
honesty, to bring a very grim point to this conversation, a world with no repercussions, all these nuclear bombs just gonna blow up, and we all gonna die.
Yeah, basically.
And
I mean,
the world gonna
Because they gonna have a Kana somewhere there in Russia and be like, I pressing this button because I can tell all of y'all. All of y'all. Be like, boom, okay, let's go. Bye bye.
People that sleep on India got a good bit of nuclear too. India don't be in these conversations.
I was just about to say something racist, but I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Speaking of
I have
the
to stop
world with
myself
no
a couple times on this episode. You're the only one. Don't worry.
Speaking of a world with no repercussions, Kim Kardashian is starting to become a lawyer.
Gotta love wood segues, man.
Yo,
Gotta love wood segues.
good day. I hope.
No,
I
wait.
understand we ain't touch on no topics like that, but like
Before y'all get
sometimes you just gotta force it.
before y'all get into that, y'all wanted to know where I'm from.
yeah. Like I was thinking on it when the Aruba thing when you had mentioned something about Aruba and your reaction. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no Surubianas done?
Yeah, whatever.
With the rolling R?
Whatever that means.
High five.
Because a lot of your videos, your accents sound really Maartener.
What's the Maartener accent?
Like how I
Cause when I say Maartener, it'd be like, okay, you from here.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. To me, it sounds like you're from there.
But then again, it would be like you're still one of us, but you're from here.
That's people that
I
don't know
haven't
what
seen
to do.
that. To me, I would more attribute that to the slight Americanness that's also thrown in there.
Might be that.
Even in Aruba, when they speak Papimento, they say I ain't from Aruba. Because I sound my Papimento sounds weird.
Yeah, but you weird in general. So like everything, every aspect
in the Caribbean
you do
sounds
weird.
like what is a legit St. Martin accent? Everybody from somewhere else.
Well, if you want to go like real
Sure,
old school St. Martin, if you really want to go old school St. Martin, it kind of sounds something like that.
Yo, raw.
Yeah, but
Like
you
real raw.
I feel like that's more friend side.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
That's more friend side, to be honest.
But then I do have
100% St. Martin? St. Martin blood?
Me?
Yeah.
My mother, they got ties in Aruba and things like that as well.
That's why I mean nobody. Yeah, but I mean nobody like. I ain't for sure. I ain't 100% Aruban. Probably not even 5%.
Like, I think my grandmother born in Aruba.
Half of me is St. Martin. Like St. Martin. Like you don't get really much more St. Martin.
I think I have no
Where do I have from
St. Martin blood and Ruben
Okay.
blood if you have to look at it like objectively.
That's why I'm saying. That's why when people want to come to me now and be like, "Who you from?
I have St. Martin.
Where you from?"
I didn't say I had St. Martin though.
Well, I consider myself to be both. I mean, I grew up in Aruba, but
So why you consider yourself a St. Martin then?
because I was there every tick of the clock, basically, and most of my family lived there.
How does that work if you grew up in Aruba?
Yeah.
Well, when is
that's what my question
you say it was in
Because
St. Martin every
everybody's
tick of the
right.
clock, but I'm like, I don't understand how that correlates.
Because
to
my family,
growing up in
because
Aruba.
my family is like Anguilla, St. Martin, some from Aruba, everybody just kind of spread out and everybody still links really close. So that's how you get that. My dad actually still lives in Aruba. Right? I mean, in St. Martin right now, and my mom in Aruba.
But then my question basically is: so how much time? When were you spending this time? If you stayed
every
like you said?
vacation. Every vacation.
But then does that entitle you to say that you're a St. Martin though? Because I don't mean you're there periodically, not like living there.
No, but that's why I say, what do you consider to be a St. Martiner?
Okay. Somebody who lives there. I mean,
That,
that-
No,
that would
but
be
that's
some of the
that.
obvious things.
Some of the obvious
Like,
things. So
or
you
born
live there.
live
Okay,
there.
no.
Okay, I would say live.
I would say,
If you
listen, it's
born
St.
there-
Martin. No, I wasn't born there. But my dad wasn't born there either, but he lived there as well.
No, but
he lived there.
But I was
He
gonna
lived
say
there. He lived
if
there.
you weren't, my definition of a St. Martin, at least me personally, if you wasn't born there, raised there, lived there, or at least lived there for like 20 plus years.
Well, I was
think-
raised there.
But see
You just
now,
say you
yeah,
was
that's
raised
it.
in
You
Aruba.
go Aruba.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to find out.
If a father lives in St. Martin and she going there every vacation, he was also raised there.
Yeah,
How
This
long was
caveat
these
for
vacations?
everything. Yo,
But does that really
we
matter?
have long vacations
But
though.
Hella long.
I mean, I'm not trying to be.
Yeah, yeah.
But here's the thing. Like, if you feel like culturally you partially St. Martin, like I understand where she's coming from. I grew up in
Like-
Aruba, but everybody will think I'm from St. Martin. Like, you know,
Basically.
I could understand where she's coming from.
Basically. Because this is an interesting thing. So I'm at... Do I want to talk about this?
Gonna be something. I feel
Everybody-
literally.
Why?
I don't really care about the
Nobody don't
comments.
comment on it.
Yo, let me hope and pray.
If we lucky, be a comment.
Let me hope and pray. No. I'm bringing positive energy for the comment section. This time.
it's okay.
Ain't nobody gonna comment.
Nobody commented on it.
I just trying to understand.
Listen,
I would like
the
them
comments
to
could
comment.
actually also be offline because some people is hear stuff and then talk about it.
That's
like,
where most of our comments
You see
come
what I
from.
mean?
But if we have like, this is what, episode 75?
Yeah, this is gonna be 75.
75.
Okay,
Yeah.
in 75 episodes, we must have 5 comments.
Yeah.
And that's
In
over.
all videos. Yeah.
But listen.
That's overall.
He not
Funny-
off by much.
Yeah, I mean, he off, but you don't
And
off
maybe
by
Not
much.
exaggerating.
Plus or minus 2. More than minus 10.
The thing is, what I find really weird with Drinking Tea with Vee too, I would have people commenting on some videos, right? But then, like offline, when I see people, they have to. Sometimes
The
I have to
most
now
say-
go back
Yeah.
and scroll in my memory, like which moment you talking about now again? Which specific, which video, which post, which? I was like, listen, this is social media. Like,
that's
what are you
same thing.
referring to?
That's with me every
They
week,
could
to
tell
be
me
quite
like
honest.
everything.
The same
Or you
thing.
with somebody, I gonna get like WhatsApps coming in like this, that, blah, 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 blah. I was like, why are we
Like,
doing
Sean,
this in the
I
comments?
like how you say this and this now. I'll be like, huh? which
That was
episode?
like the Nipsey video self. Somebody had DM us and stuff. And
Yeah.
somebody in New York. I was like, who is this
Yeah.
person? First of all, I didn't even know this.
Oh,
like,
they not from
these
St.
people.
Martin?
According to me, the person
had
IG
random
had said New
views.
York or something like that.
Oh, I didn't go. I didn't
I
check.
had random
didn't check
views
it.
from in Japan and stuff. I was like, yo, are you what? So,
Like, konnichiwa.
I'm like, why would you go
And
all
so-
the way to DM us instead of just you watching the video there? Why not just you're having these thoughts in that moment?
I know, right?
Scroll
Yeah.
down, type it there. You gonna leave YouTube, come to IG to like DM us.
so maybe
That's
it was
way more work.
reminded.
Just comment in the comment section
But
down
that's
below.
my point.
Exactly.
That's
Comment
his
in the
point.
comment section down below. Am I a
Yes,
St.
please.
Martin or yes or
Like
no?
the video. Comment
Subscribe.
and subscribe.
Okay, so then also you V having a YouTube channel or like having yourself
Yeah.
online. How you just find or like how you just get your, I guess you can say, audience to engage with you, because most of the time it's you by yourself. So
That
like,
is true,
How,
that is true.
How you just get that continuously engagement, because it kind of, I mean, me, I would think I'm going crazy because just talking to myself and watching myself talk to myself.
That's why I tell you, most of the reactions
afraid
that
to
I get is either DMs or WhatsApp messages or comments in the comment section or messages.
I think
via Facebook.
the biggest reason is like people kind of not afraid, but it's just
they're shy to be one of the only ones commenting.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah,
like, when one person starts to comment, everybody else starts to comment.
Yep.
I was like, why am I actually having all the fun here with the comments? While if y'all would comment actually in the comments, it would be more of a conversation. It would be so much more fun.
We should start commenting in our own comment section.
Yeah, that's basically
start commenting in your own comment section, like your own post.
Just like start the conversation like,
No, that
hey guys, Woods here.
No, but I had this.
But people just do that for real.
I had this conversation with somebody. They was like, "Yeah, we don't agree. I don't agree exactly what all I to be saying, but you know, I appreciate the podcast. But say something, then we can have a conversation going. Like, it's legit to be just us streaming. Like, yo, leave us know what you think. And then he just come trying to have a conversation with me, like in the club or something like that. No, I don't want to hear about your opinion now.
He's like, listen, do not approach Kana when you see him on the road to talk about the link up because he does not appreciate.
You could
put your thoughts in the comments.
You can do that, but honestly, everybody I just always make the joke. All the 15 people that be watching us, but I just really appreciate it when people be like, "Oh yeah, you know, I checked this last episode and this and that." It'll be think. I know a lot of people don't be fucking with us on that kind of level. So any little bit.
The shout out Bean, the man make like a whole long post the other day.
But
telling us he watched like all 3-4 episodes in one day type of
okay,
thing.
now I feeling guilty because I've been watching like a good bit of episodes already and I haven't commented. So I'm going to make sure that I go and you see? Now you know. But you know a whole bunch of things about me I don't know. So then I was like, now we fair and square.
Okay. So
but to be honest, to come back to that point about the being St. Maartener, yes or no. My former fiance is from St. Maarten, grew up in St. Maarten. That's the only place he lived, family, everybody there. There. I mean, he had family all over the place too, but there. And still, I gonna come and tell you more about your own island.
But that's his lack of information and lack of knowledge. I don't necessarily... Because you could probably tell me the same thing about me. You could probably do the same thing with me, and I used to Martin to the bone.
Like, I get where you're coming from with that, but that's something that often is the case, though. Like, because if you don't live a place, the way you have to learn about it. It's like there are certain things that you don't... Me being a person from Saman, I remember a homie of mine who came from Suriname. Within a short amount of time, the amount of things he could have told me about Samartin that I didn't know because of the way he had to learn it and actively like go out there is a different. This is where I live. It's taken for granted type of thing. What all the history, different things that might be going on.
Yes
like,
and no.
It's not the same for everybody. Obviously.
Yes and no, because I ain't only talking about history. I just talking about people as well. I talk about socially as well. I'm like, yeah, you know, so and so, that happened, blah, blah, blah. And that point in time, he was like,
I'd be one of those people too. Yeah.
So it's not only like historically, it's also socially. So it's just a whole mix of everything, really. So
but with the
so then you know what?
With
to all you Semantinos in the house, then I Rubiano with the rolling R.
Okay. that works with me.
I ain't trying to define anybody.
I'm gonna sound uber vegan right now.
Oh God.
Okay, let's.
I think I'm a global citizen.
Everybody consider when they wanted to be interesting, they're a global citizen.
Nah, fuck that. I asked him out
I feel Caribbean.
A Caribbean. I'm a global Caribbean.
I feel.
I asked him out though.
Caribbean European.
A global Caribbean.
Yeah. I'm a Caribbean.
I feel Caribbean European.
You're a global Caribbean.
I'm Mr. King. How about that?
Woods, the chosen.
I'm via the end of the day, so.
Okay then.
You
about it.
I from St. Maarten. Me care what you say. I from St. Maarten.
I from St. Maarten. I born and raised St. Maarten is white though. I from St. Maarten.
The point is, if I don't have to choose, why I have to choose?
I mean, hey, no,
that's why
it's nothing.
I'll choose what convenes me at that point in time.
You love Japan, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go walk around saying I'm Japanese.
No, but you're a global
Japanese?
citizen.
Huh?
But you're a global citizen.
Okay, which part of the globe you globally feel globally at home?
Anyway.
Which part of the
Anyway you
Interesting
live.
question.
Oh,
I find
had
anywhere
to
you
bring
make
that
your
one
home.
down. Okay, cool.
Anywhere you make your home, if you feel comfortable there, then that's where you live in. You're a global citizen.
That's true.
If you
That was
feel
a
like
very
you're going to
vegan
live in
statement.
Japan,
Yeah.
do you live in there? That's your home?
Nah.
What do you mean? If you feel
No,
bruh.
because you see the way how the food's set up already. I I do not feel at home here, where I cannot decipher what it is I'm having on my plate.
Yo, as welcoming as Japan is, as much as I love the country, as much as I love the people, I would never, as much as comfortable as I could be over there, that would never be home. This is too different from me as a person and a culture as well. That's too different. Obviously, I am not.
I like certain
Do you
aspects
feel
of their
home here?
culture, though.
I like almost everything.
Do you feel home here in the Netherlands? In Amsterdam? Let me be specific.
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hell no.
I agree with that statement.
Which part of which statement?
The last one about Amsterdam. He's like, this will never be home.
No.
They'll never
Like, I
be
live
home?
here, but this will never be home.
No?
No.
Okay. I
I
guess
hate
I'm
the
weird.
language
Yeah.
Dutch. I don't want to speak Dutch.
And don't get me
No,
wrong.
I don't have
too.
a problem with the Dutch, so that's
I would love you can offer me a job in Japan now. I gone tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I gone yesterday, but that still wouldn't be home. It still wouldn't be home.
Okay. I think it's because it might be because my mom grew up here, so there's that.
Yeah, that could be another reason as well. I mean, look,
Dutch was my first language, and then English became my first language.
Guyana would never be home for me either, and like that's my father place. So I mean, it's all how you feel accustomed to it, I guess. Or how
Hey,
you feel.
that's. I think that's the answer. It's all how you feel.
I mean, they say home is where the heart is.
Yes. Except for people that say the home is like in Mars or some crazy fuck like that.
I mean, they should,
So if you
they should
feel
go
like
never
a
live
Martian,
go
why
your way.
not?
You could never know. We gotta stop when people talk stupidness like
But
that.
you don't know. So you
So
tell
why?
me-
So people would
how do
consider.
you know?
Listen.
How do you know
You
that
see what-
language
you
is
see?
not the
Listen,
Conversation.
Lindo. Now you saying you're a global citizen.
Yeah.
Some people might feel like,
A universe citizen?
how you mean you global?
Living in
you
Mars?
you in one speck of the global. Him in a global
Of the
now, of the globe.
Yeah.
And you consider yourself to be a global citizen.
Yeah.
So then why not take over the
never seen the
universe?
whole
I'm a
globe, though.
universian.
Are you wow? A universian?
Why not?
Okay,
Why not?
all
This
right.
rubbing me the wrong way.
We just we just making up
I
words.
feel
now.
one with the universe. I all zen. I like, you know what? Tap into that spirituality. Like, yes.
I can understand that, but you can't live in Mars.
So
You
what?
don't know that.
Listen.
Can you live in Mars, kid?
Not yet.
Listen.
We on our way.
Listen.
Did you watch the movie The Martian? We on our way. Now. We ain't too far away.
Not in our lifetime, my
It
friend.
depends on
I
how
don't
you
know
see.
about that.
It depends
Without-
on how you see the universe too. Because if you want to get like into quantum physics and blah 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 blah, then
We
if you
are
look
the
at your
universe.
exactly, we are the universe. If you look at yourselves,
If you're talking it like that,
We're
but
made
you're
of
made out of
stardust.
exactly.
No,
but
they
if
seem
you're
like a
talking
Thank you.
specifically
Thank
about
you.
Mars, then no.
But
Not
you
at this
you
moment.
talking specifically about the globe, but no.
Okay. I
She
feel
got
like
you there.
this.
She got you there.
No, like, because the thing is, I'm going to say something and then it's going to revolve back there and it's just going to be a revolving conversation that goes nowhere.
It gonna come back to the same point. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Which is
You
no
wrong.
point.
She basically trying to tell you you're wrong.
I ain't trying telling me wrong. I just try and say if you
She
could be
trying
a
to tell
global
you. She just telling
citizen.
you.
You could be a universal.
No,
one, too.
exactly. If you want to be a global citizen,
Universion.
then I could be a
Jesus
universion, and
You want
the
to be a
person could be a
universion?
Martian. Yes, I am the universe.
Are we
Thank
not
you very
in a
much.
time where people identify as whatever they feel?
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw an
true.
article yesterday. I don't know if it was a joke. I hope it was a joke.
It's
Where it was
not a
about
joke. In
grown-
2019, it's not a joke.
It was about a grown man who identified as a 5-year-old and was kicking a bunch of little kids' ass in a martial arts competition because he's a grown ass man. He identifies as 5.
Okay, so we're allowing
I
this,
feel
right?
like I should be identified as a rich person.
Are we allowing
where these parties?
Are we allowing this?
Listen,
Him being a 5-year-old?
listen.
No, but that is actually a legit question.
Yeah, but there's a
because
limit. Where
if
do we
if
put a
I
stop
feel
to
like,
it, though?
If I feel like I am man right now, then I feel like I am man. I mean, I could have been born a woman with female parts, but if I feel like I am man, I'm man.
Yeah, according to these people rules. I don't necessarily agree with these people rules, but according to the rules that they're trying to be setting forth in 2018, 2019, everything goes.
It's
Hey,
where
some
we-
people don't have genders anymore. They're it's.
That's
why I feel like we come into just-
wanted that. Like,
I feel like coming. I feel like we're coming towards that because even within
but there was a story
the
about
gay.
it already. Kind of people wanting an X on. We gotta talk about it on the
This
podcast
is a person
sometime.
Oh, okay.
Europe and
No,
like
that one I
wanted
missed.
an X on her passport
Yeah, in the
because she
Netherlands,
didn't
right?
want it. Yeah.
Yeah. No gender. Genderless. She can be whatever he or she or it wants.
Yeah. The world's an interesting place now.
It's very. I think it's an interesting thought because it's like, okay, so we don't want to have any gender. So then, I mean,
Are you for,
why are we
against, neutral? How do you feel on all of this?
I just kind of in between. I'm like, you know, I'll do what's good for you.
Do you, boo?
As long as it's not affecting me to a point where I feel threatened.
If I tell you I want you to refer to me as a they, not they, he, she, like the pronoun that I want is they. Are you still, would you call me that?
I can be like, okay, cool, use it.
All right, cool.
I mean, if that makes you happy.
I want to meet someone that's genderless so I can call that person it.
But I feel like it's so impersonal though. It.
Yeah, but what
You,
would
he,
you-
she,
See,
it.
I can refrain from talking on this topic. I already see where I would take this
Wait.
conversation, and you know,
We know kind of don't agree.
I go hold it.
Listen. Like
We
listen,
just
I
at a
knew
point where
somebody.
biology don't matter no more. To me, that's my main issue with all of this. It's like, so you telling me everything I learned throughout high school in biology is a lie?
The thing is, that's what interested me in biology to begin with, because I wanted to just, you know, dismiss all the whole, all kind of crap where people just be talking. Number one is like a small difference. I mean, the X and the Y chromosomes, X is superior, of course, if you know the details. But I hear a laugh in between there. Is it not? It's the one with the most information. Like the Y chromosome is basically a deformed X chromosome, but that's neither here nor there. That's my girl power. Anyways, I was going into. anyways.
It been piling up. I just waited for the red spark.
Right,
I just waited for the red spark woods. I just waited for it. Okay, come in. I was feeling it come.
Whatever. Having been around someone who was actually born with both geslachtsdelen, genital parts.
Oh, you actually know somebody that was born with a penis and a vagina?
Yeah.
Can they fuck themselves?
No. Because
Anything
he's
else?
actually he goes through life as a man. I mean, the vagina
So
was
the vagina
most
ain't
under.
functioning.
No, they actually operated him when
Oh,
he
so
was
you take
little.
away the vagina?
Yeah.
How do you
This
take
is
away a
interesting.
vagina?
How do you take away
that
a-
was
like, he clog
interesting.
it? Cause it's a hole.
Listen, I don't know all the details. I didn't see the pictures, but I know he was born with both genitals. The vagina was underdeveloped.
Oh, okay.
The vagina was
usually how-
underdeveloped.
What?
So they removed
Explain
that part of
underdeveloped
it.
vagina.
But that's usually how it goes, kind of. Usually
One of them
One
work
is
is one
more
of them
developed than
Also,
the other.
so none of them to actually be both functioning.
And honestly,
Functional.
if you look at
Okay,
chicks
so
with like
super
big
rare
clits,
case
chicks that
probably.
take a little too many steroids that happen to show up in porn, it basically the clit start looking like a dick. There's not that
Yeah.
much different between the two
That's what
private
I'm
parts.
telling
If
you.
you really look at
But
it.
how you just take away a vagina is my question.
You could
question was funny.
you could
It had me
surgically
laughing.
dead serious.
you can surgically remove. I mean, I don't know
No, I mean,
how
obviously
it was
would have to be. But like,
positioned.
does it clog? Does like they put skin over it?
You could actually just take it away. Just take it away.
But
Just
it's a
take
hole.
it-
How you take away a hole? You have to clog a hole.
The man is making sense.
Listen.
I understand.
I understand what you're saying. Listen,
No,
if you have a schlong on this side and you have a hole on that side, you just cut out that area, you just stick it back together, you don't have no hole no more, right?
But that's what
what
happened.
you're
So I guess that's how it happened. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have the details, and they don't want to talk about
Because
it
once
really.
you take-
Because that's why I
understand
find
why
this
they
like
don't want to talk
hugely
about it.
interesting. I always wanted to know more, but they were just like X, no, like X, no, we ain't talking about this.
Okay, I mean, I can understand that's a bit sensitive.
It's a bit sensitive, but I'm like, we cool. So why not talk about this? Like, why not just talk about it and have it there and open and be like, you know, this is what it was, blah, 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 whatever.
This
And
person from the
basically,
Caribbean?
because he was that young, and they removed the vagina, and I don't know if there was any womb and stuff like that.
Ooh, that's another
I don't know
interesting- Yo,
exactly. I don't know if all
he
of that
have a
was.
womb?
I don't know because they don't want to discuss this.
But
But
if the vagi-
anyways, he just left with testes and a schlong. So it's a penis. If we're going to talk correct, he just left with testes and a penis, and so then now he developed and he's just a man. So technically, it's like. And then having been around people who've been through gender changes and are going through gender changes, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna say dude to you. I say dude to females and male. Don't feel no kind of way. I mean, if you prefer that I refer to you as she, then it's gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna get there. So I'm like, you know, whatever.
Shout out to my
But at the end of the day, you still a man to me. You were a man, but you are now female. You want to be referred to as the female gender. Cool, whatever. Do you, boo?
But you see, but I was saying, if you would want me, if I had a friend and be like, yo, Sean, from now on, I want you to call me she. I'd be like, okay, out of respect for you, alright, cool. But then if I call you he by mistake a couple times, don't get upset.
That's why I always put that disclaimer.
It's how you transition. I got transition as well to get accustomed to this shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
It took me a while to call Caitlyn Jenner Caitlyn.
I ain't give a shit. I don't have no respect for her. That's a it.
And then you wonder why we call you Charlemagne.
But you see, he doesn't have any kind of affiliation or any bond with to be like, you know what, for you, yes, I will.
Yeah, but it's the whole respect thing. Like, out of respect, then I'll call you how you feel you should.
But it's a general respect thing still, if you want to look at respect.
To me, but my thing is, for me, respect, it doesn't need to necessarily be general. I know it's a bad thing, and yes, to me, it should be the default. If like in person, when I'm talking to real people, but if you're talking about abstract hypotheticals, to me, or people that I not necessarily, like you say, he don't know anybody that's like that.
And
anyway.
Caitlyn definitely ain't gonna be watching this podcast. So
one of these days, don't worry.
To me, there's just stupid people, and I feel like I should be allowed to call them stupid people. And not to say that if you're transitioning or whatever that you're stupid, but I mean,
I just
not
find
everybody
confused.
deserves my respect depending on what you do in life. To me, there are certain things you can do that make it sort of, okay, well, I'm sorry, but the respect that I had reserved for you, it's gone.
I would still have respect for them, but I'd be like, yo,
and
you just
confused. And I do with transgender specifically. I ain't saying that they don't deserve my respect just because of that.
But listen, I ain't talking about gender even. I just talking about if you confused, I'm just be like, you confused.
But then they'll be like, no,
I ain't gonna respect you no less. But I was like, you can't expect me to just jump on your bandwagon of confusion all the time.
But that's what they expect. That's a problem.
But so like somebody who's, let's say, whatever, and they just be like, okay, no, I'm Martian. I'm a Martian.
We accepted it from Weezy.
And then it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but
I can't go along. I could respect that you want to be a Martian, but now if we gonna start talking all kind of whatever hoobla habla language and be like, this is my Martian language, and you're like, I can't join you in confusion because we need to just talk English.
I mean, technically, if the man making up things for Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, I mean, who's not? I mean, if I really want to have the time, like, yo, I gonna make up my own language and be consistent with it.
Actually, I have. That's really cool.
You have too much time on your hands. I
don't have too much time on my hands. I just like interesting stuff.
No, I understand. You wear like fuck, but you have way too much time on your hands.
It's you think it's weird until you actually start practicing it with your friend and nobody else knows what y'all talking about but the two of you.
Exactly.
You know, a bunch of nonsense you can get away with. Playing cards with one another, poker. And he can see the cards.
He has it with a friend of his. I have it with a cousin of mine.
Okay.
I mean, my brother was learning Elvish at the point in time.
So there you go. Why is that? This is just...
No, but he was weird for that, in my opinion. I literally thought you got too much... Like, the Lord of the Rings book's cool, but you don't need to learn Elvish.
But I mean...
I feel like that was taking it to another level. For me, personally.
But I mean,
get that you're a fan.
If you're reading those books...
But this is not... This is something I was just incorporating in my everyday life.
How, Sway?
How you mean how? How you mean how? You have a brother. Are you closely connected with your brother?
So I guess you're talking to this cousin on a regular then?
Yeah, we used to live in the same house. So there you go. It's not a matter of having too much time somewhere.
My friend was my neighbor, by the way. He was my playing buddy. We played video games.
Yeah,
that's
super weird statement. But
hey, I go to the closet.
We were playing games.
You know we using that as promo clip. You know we using that. You know we using that. You know we using that.
It's okay. It's okay. You can always come out of the closet. You're safe with us here.
I mean,
we gonna still respect you.
I mean, it depends.
We might not necessarily go on to you confused.
What do you mean by safe?
I have a question before you get to wherever you're going, Kat.
You have a question.
Since we actually on this topic, we could touch on one topic for today. Since we're already talking about no.
I feel like
since we're talking about all this gender stuff, I mean, there's one topic that we had in mind to plan that actually falls in line. That's a much more natural segue than we're just taking it. But the Sultan of Brunei stoning people for homosexuality. I mean,
that's cool.
It's actually, you don't think it's cool?
I don't think it's cool.
Oh.
Because I heard.
No, I think it is cool. Stone 'em.
I was
Kill
just
'em.
wondering-
No. People.
use this
People.
Alright.
No.
Why?
Incorrect.
That was rough. But I see an update on it like not a couple days ago. Self, it has to be the homosexual act has to be seen by at least 2 morally standard people of the community.
Two
Who
or
are
four.
more?
Who has any?
Because I heard one way was 4. You need to have 4 witnesses type of thing.
I see one was at least 2.
What does two morally? What is
Moral
defined
standing?
That
moral
depends according to
standing?
their sin. How much did you sin a lot? Are you a person
No,
who's
I
known
find-
for sinning?
listen.
Yes, but it also depends on the person saying it. So like if I report you, but has been known in a community as a not morally just person, then my accusation is going to be like null and void.
Would we be considered as morally just people?
Me? Hell no. I just say too much wild shit.
But I don't know.
They would probably stone me to death long time already.
Well,
No, but the point is with this, people could become so hypocritical. You live one life for like the outside world, the other life is like you alternate
But is that
whatever.
Is that hypocritical?
And then
though?
it's hypocritical in the sense we're like, oh yes, I have moral standing. Hello, because I don't do it in public.
Oh, like that. Okay, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because I mean, if you walk into somebody's room, right, and it'd be like, okay, you see all kind of things, be like, oh, interesting, all kind of Christian Grey stuff going in there.
Does that not signify some kind of morals in a certain way? That the sense that, oh my bad. But
Hey, I had it too just now.
basically,
No, but-
just the fact that you know, okay, I might be doing something that's kind of wrong, but I have enough sense or I know enough to do it in the privacy of my own home type of thing. For example, if you masturbating, why is it cool to masturbate in your house, but it's public, indecent exposure or something if you masturbate in
Indecent.
metro? Like,
That's true.
I don't know what
The man got a point though.
I know it's an extreme example, but
Well, actually, the example is not that extreme, but it's just like, come on.
Why is it
I think
okay
we
to
all
masturbate at home and not
But
in
I
public?
mean, you like people would consider PDA like, okay, gross. No, why are you kissing this person in public? So, but then
that might be a little bit more, understandable.
yeah, but I just went there
No,
because
but this
PDA
is-
is not a crime, generally speaking, in most
I know,
places. Unless
but it could be seen for some places.
homosexuality,
Is yes,
True.
No, but kissing in some places are actually against the
Certain
law.
Muslim countries. And
Exactly.
Stuff.
You could get picked up and locked up for that
True.
if you just decide to just romantically
That's my
smooch
nightmare.
somebody.
So, I mean, I would assume that everybody have like a unanimous thought of it that is wrong and like it shouldn't be done. But what are you thinking about the boycott? If I know about boycott that's been going on, it's like
all the
All the hotels associated with the Sultan.
all the people like Ellen DeGeneres, Elton John, all the real homo for people, homo positive.
The way this phrase. The way this shit.
He's trying.
All the ones that
He's
support
trying.
all the ones that support the LGBTQ community, they obviously. You see, it's I could
think
do
at
it,
the end
but
of the day-
it's
at the end
more-
of the
it's
day-
more to work. Yeah.
At the end of the day, we should be all humans and we should be humanists in the sense that, okay, you consider this thing to be wrong. Why would you want to stone them, lock them up? Then if you want to consider that wrong, you know what I mean? Then the
agree.
person at least has the right to live. You can't just be like, oh, yes. Oh, they were doing an act that I do not stand for. Let's stone them. Let's kill them.
it would not
Why
surprise me
stoning?
if
My
the
question is
Sultan
why
is gay.
stoning?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was thinking that
Honestly, it
too.
would not
It's so
surprise me.
brutal, though.
I was thinking that
It sounds the same like these super religious groups that are so anti-gay, and then all of a sudden you
Or the
hear like
church.
these what's happening again? All these random stories come out that this guy that was super anti-gay
is a homo.
is gay.
No, because sometimes I feel like people internalize certain things and be like, they going to just go the total opposite. Because usually when people preaching about something, it's something that they have an issue with.
Yeah.
That's why I personally believe. That's why still, I'm like,
Does Woods have a problem with being a vegan?
Exactly, and that is the reason why I personally hate that logic. Like, I hate to hear it because to me it's the most ridiculous thing. I'm not saying it's not true in some cases, but to everybody that's against homosexual is secretly homosexual, to me it's just ridiculous thought.
I understand what you're
In my
saying,
personal opinion.
but it's
That's crazy.
especially in the States, and that's where my
Like, I don't know, it's certainly true for certain
most
people. Like
information
you
comes from,
say
like,
with
the
the Catholic
extremist-
Church and these type of
extremist
people,
ones.
I mean, the Westboro Baptist Church and some of the stuff that they be doing, like,
yesterday. They saw him going into a suspicious room.
who, the Sultan?
No.
That would be ironic. Plot twist.
Exactly. I was just like, what?
No, it was one of the one of a very known politicians in the
Conservative
States.
politicians.
Yes, and that, but it's happening monthly. Like monthly, one of them is coming out, and then they have to resign.
They got a lot of nasty people in the world. and a lot of nasty people in power.
I'm not talking about the ones that are against it,
So
but
kind of
it's
you
always the ones
implying,
that are like
so kind of you
Super
implying
against it are actually a part
Yeah,
of
because they
the
prove that there's
whole.
something
It's
to prove
nasty.
or
Yeah.
something.
No, what I mean
But what's
was
nasty?
I talking about like the.
So there's a lot of nasty people in power.
I
There's
wasn't-
a lot of-
Exactly.
and I'm
It's
so-
like, what's
I
nasty?
wasn't necessarily
Homosexual.
talking about homosexuality. For some reason,
That's
I was
what I
talking
asked.
about pedophilia when I was talking about that thing.
Ah.
Yeah, because usually it's also incorporated.
There's a
Yeah,
connection.
I don't,
That's
when
kinda
I hear
twisted.
these kind of topics, I think like the Catholic Church and then the Catholic Church touching little boys. You know, that'd be my line.
Stop touching
So why that is such like a thing for you? Have you experienced it?
No, thank God.
You see, you're like using the same logic to get the kind of ridiculous.
No, but I mean, if obviously if it never happened to you, that question shouldn't bother you. So if it happened to you, no.
Like, but I think
If it happens to you, it happens to you. It could be possible.
The difference is because when someone is against something, like when someone is against like the gay community or something, I don't really look at that person like, okay, that's just your opinion. But when it's someone that's legit, like doing everything he can in his whole life to make sure that these people don't
You got
get what they
issues.
need,
Yeah.
then
You got
it's like,
issues.
okay, why are you this obsessed with it? You know, like
That's definitely
there's
an
something,
internal
there's something
something.
else behind it. You know, and
I'd agree
that's the
there.
difference.
I would agree there, but I just don't jump to automatically. Oh, you hate gays, you're gay secretly. To me,
No,
Yeah,
not,
no, but
not
I'm just saying
necessarily.
people
But
like
I
the
think
extra
people
step,
take.
the extra
I
mile.
think people take things like way out of proportion with everything.
Yeah, everything.
It's some people need something to live for, I guess.
Something to
If
do.
they don't have something that drives them, I'd be like, okay, let me just pick this because
Okay,
I'm going to get more attention with this anyways.
I want to pick. Okay, wait. Before we think, closing sentiments for this topic.
Please love everybody.
Yes, love and light.
Stop doing this foolery. Can we just all get along, please?
You see,
My closing thought is just live and let live.
You see, I say closing thought, but then I got a question, and that might open up a new topic, though. Is it? Do we not mind our own business because it's in our country?
I mean,
How you mean?
I understand what you're saying, but like I am powerless to do anything. I can only like say my piece, and then that's it. Like I can't protest. Like it comes from people that live there. They have to go and protest and help.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Because that's like we can.
is affecting you and your people? Like, not I
It's,
mean,
it's the same argument with Venezuela. Like my argument with Venezuela is the people that have like nobody
point A to
get
B, what?
involved with Venezuela thing. Venezuela needs to deal with their own things. Because every time other countries try and go into that country, there's ulterior motives and there's like a bunch of other foolery. I find if there's something going on in the country, the people in the country have to rise up and protest and get the results
That's true,
that
but
they want.
we could still show our support
Yeah, we can show our support.
internationally.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then,
I get where you're
Because
coming
if
from
we're
with the
global
question,
citizens, then
he
the whole
has a
globe
man now.
still yes, man. So we gotta worry about him.
I don't mind
No,
my
but if we're
business.
global citizens, I mean, we all affect one another. And then if we want to be able to travel where we want to travel, you don't want to have this big pressure of having people just like way cuckoo over whatever thing. And
But to
then
me, it's just one of those things that is like, it's similar to the way the arguments Dutch people use when black people hate talking about Zwarte Piet. Similar thing, for example, when we flip the situation, be like, okay, so what if it were Dutch people deciding to say, okay, Carnival is just sexist and
Yeah,
all
we
of
had
these
this-
things, it's
we kinda had this
misogynistic and all of
conversation.
these type of things, so we should
Funny enough,
cancel
with another
Carnival.
Rubian too.
To me, that's very similar, or is a similar
you stand to switch over
situation.
here because of that?
What?
No, nothing.
But yeah, to me, it's a similar situation like that. I always see this Brunei thing in a way.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, we have our opinions living in this country based on our cultural norms and values and whatnot, but I don't know what the fuck is going on in Brunei.
what we feel is
I don't
right.
know how they are socially, culturally, what it's like over there. What if the majority of the people in this country feel that this is okay, if they agree and if they support this sultan, is it my job to tell them they're wrong?
But that's my question. What level do we mind our own business? But I mean,
that way
That's
that's where he was going with
Well,
it.
like you just be like, listen, if you want to openly be gay, then just don't go to that country. Don't support that country. Do not
That's my thing as well. That's my
do not
sentiment as
invest
well.
towards their rising GDP. Just
Yep.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's also like it's like Zwarte Piet, for example. Like, why are we
Okay.
going there? Let me just
Keep it sharp. Keep it sharp.
Zwarte Piet. Like nobody is dying from it. You understand what I'm saying?
But the thing is, you have to consider
They
if
legit-
death.
they legit killing. Like, if you're gay, we're gonna stone you to death.
No, but people have died over racism, though.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But right
this is
now,
way more
you
direct.
need to.
Yeah.
You also need to.
We
yeah,
got
we
2
do need
minutes.
to. You also need to really
minutes?
evaluate the fact
21
if
minutes.
Oh.
death is actually really much more of a bad thing. You have to evaluate if death is more of a bad thing or screwed up human beings living with the pressure and situation and the whole
Mentally broke.
Yeah,
brokenness is worse.
Yeah, I understand that. But I mean, if you had to put both of the situations on a scale, I would target that first and then target that second. My personal opinion.
True. Yeah, but I mean, death is just like final.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
always
can't
deal
come
and
back from
heal
that.
mental issues and be like, you know what, you're good.
Yeah.
But
I
then
agree.
suppose one of those with a person that gets stoned, like if they had stayed alive, would have like a massive gun shooting and they kill a whole bunch of people.
I don't think that would happen.
I think if
I
you
think
get
if they-
stoned
if they
to death,
decide
you
to
get
stone-
stoned
yeah.
until you die.
Yeah.
You're not surviving that.
Yeah.
Trust me, these people, I've seen certain things. These people would literally continue to make sure that you did.
But
No,
I've-
my
I've-
God. Like, I
I've
don't
been
think they
told.
decide, okay, you getting stoned today? And, we just run out of rocks. And like you said,
No, but these people would go and pick up and be like, I closer anyways. So no.
I don't think there's no second chance type of stoning. You getting stoned, you getting stoned.
Oh,
And that's it.
Listen,
I
unless
wanna
you
see
have
that-
feet to like run, Forrest, run.
right
This is
now,
fucked up, but
And
I
get
wanna
out
see
of the
that in a movie
situation.
where they try to stone someone to death and they run off of rocks.
The only thing, just run closer and pick them back up.
yeah, pick them
Yeah.
up.
Hopefully.
They
There is
probably
no
got a
running out
little
of
child
rocks.
picking up the rocks and bringing it back like
they
one of them
just-
tennis things.
They just recycle.
With that said,
It's about that time that we start to close off this episode, you know.
Well, it was fun, guys. It was fun.
So young
I wasn't
lady.
scared. I ain't never scared.
So
Anyway, yeah.
what would be the final messages that you'd like to leave with our listeners so that they check out the Drinking Tea with V page, the YouTube channel, the IGs and whatnot?
Well, if you're for positivity, number one. If you're all about business, number two. If you're just all about a good time, number three, then check it out. And also stay tuned because I am currently busy with a really interesting project that is going to be for Aruba. It's an entrepreneurial event, which is going to be named Elevate. So that is going to be super awesome. I hope I get through with everything. Cross fingers. Because the sponsors and stuff need to still come through. But check it out. There's more to come.
Just curious.
That is going to be, right now, the set date is for the 7th of September. Saturday, 7th of September in Aruba.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a shame we didn't know about that so that we could actually talk about and get into more
I
detail about that
know.
earlier on into the
But
episode.
who knows? Maybe I'll be back.
true.
I'll leave this as a cliff note.
To be continued.
To be continued.
But yeah, Woods, you had some parties and things that we skipped in the beginning and you wanted to plug.
yeah,
Because Wood's still important, people. Woods is still important.
I'm
Yeah, that
still
could be
here
debatable.
somehow. The 26th of April, we got King's Night in Amsterdam, and I'm going to be performing in Club Escape. So if you feel inclined and if you love reggaeton, dancehall, all of that jazz, come true. The 27th, there's King's Day, and I'm going to be basically almost everywhere. Just look at my Instagram for that because that's a little bit.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Like 4 different places I got to play, and then on the same day at night for the Den Haag people, I'm going to be at Club Lux, and that's more Caribbean vibe, soca, dancehall, hip hop, R&B. You don't know, Caribbean type of jazz. So that's it, and the mixtape coming out soon. Still got to record the voice. That's going to happen soon.
Yeah, we gotta plan a session.
Yes. So
He can be drinking some extra tea with honey and everything to like, clear the throat.
oh yeah. Yo, this weather has not been treating me nicely.
Seamless plug.
But yeah, yeah, that's about it. And watch One Piece. I just felt like saying that.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Tree Conscious Cats. I don't know if y'all know, but there's some dope artists from Saman and whatnot. So I'd recommend you check out some of their music. They have a song that's out now called Flyover. They also got some other dope stuff like Is You Crazy and FBR and Real and quite a few other stuff. So I recommend you go check them out. And by the way, I'm part of that group if y'all didn't know by now.
For the two people that are still listening to the podcast.
Yeah. Those two people.
Come on.
No.
Y'all-
Around this time, people don't be listening. There's like an always
It's always
change.
Yeah.
That's what you think. Maybe people would just be like, okay, let me see what they're talking about. Skip, and then watch till the
That
end.
is mostly what has happened.
So, hey.
Oh, speaking of that, it's not a plug or nothing like that, but y'all don't forget. I mean, if you have made it, which this episode, you could go on the description and you could. Again, for those of you who may not already know, we have our timestamps of when the conversation is, and think a lot of people still don't know that. It seems.
Really?
So yeah,
Exclusively for the YouTube people, them.
Yes.
You can't do this on
So-
Spotify, please. Don't try.
Oh yeah, if you watch it on
On Apple
YouTube,
Why not?
Podcast.
What's stopping me from doing it on Spotify?
You can't just look in the description and then click on
Yeah,
the top.
there's no
You have to-
description in-
you have
Well,
to-
Spotify, no, yeah.
Spotify,
It'll be there on Anchor. It'll be
So
on
if you
Anchor.
check in YouTube and like King said Anchor, you can go in the description and see which topics we talk about when. So if you want to skip certain things, feel free to go ahead. As long as you're watching the episode, regardless, we don't care. We just want to appreciate the
He
fact that
does
you're watching
care.
it.
He does care.
Not which part. Once you're watching it, cool. But I don't care which part you watch.
Ideally, we like to
you watch the whole thing.
but
But I mean, the fact that you're watching it,
we
regardless,
still
is still-
appreciate the view, the listen. Whatever.
And
Exactly.
Fine wine, no? You gotta drink it from the beginning to the end to get drunk.
Oh, okay.
all right, then. What's
On wine.
So with that being said, going along with some of the parties was going on to from the 29th of April, every Monday in John Doe, we have pretty much just a party. You can come through. It's on a Monday night. A lot of people don't go out on Monday night, but you could come through, enjoy it. It's gonna be good music, good DJs. The name of the party itself, we don't know we're not gonna say it yet. But it's gonna be mostly, like what I was saying before, hip hop, R&B, urban, dancehall. We trying to get a little soca in there. I ain't gonna promise that. I'm gonna try my best. But that's it. That's gonna be it from the 29th of April until further notice, every Monday in John Doe. You can find us there. Woods gonna also be DJing there
I'm
as
gonna play
well.
one soca track. If you don't hear it, that means you come too late.
But yeah, I will be putting up talking about it more on my IG. So if you want to find out more about that, just check me out on Instagram. And with last but not least, we'd like to thank V again for coming through and sitting with us on this
I guess we could give
episode.
her a clap on the
Be
journey.
fabulous, stay fit, y'all.
And everybody, if you like this episode, you want to find out more about her, you can always check out her YouTube, Drinking Tea with Vee,
Or Instagram. Or Facebook.
Yeah, there you
Just
go.
the socials in general.
The socials.
Yeah, all of it is pretty much the same handle, right? Drinking
Yeah.
Tea with Vee.
Well, Snapchat, I don't actually be on Snapchat anymore,
Yeah,
but
no,
that Snapchat is Tea with
We
Vee.
too old for Snapchat. Snapchat
It
in our
just-
thing.
it just-
Snapchat
it just die out.
No. Everybody older than
just don't know
25,
it.
that's
just die
Snapchat is not your shit. Only person I know that be on Snapchat like that is Gary V. You see, and yeah, very
That's true.
Truck. And
Like, who are you talking
DJ
yeah,
Khaled.
Oh yeah, DJ
He
Khaled.
always
yeah, but
on
they're
there.
legit making like
What's the
money
life you
off
live
of
in?
it and stuff like that. Normal people, if you're over 25, you can fuck with Snapchat.
Because you got the time.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's it.
With all of that being said, I think
Yeah.
we covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see y'all people the next time we link up.
Bless.
Go
Deuces.
vegan.